the Houston Texans, taking on the Buffalo Bills.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Buffalo and Houston, two up-and-comers in the AFC, and you may remember card round a season ago. That game most likely to be remembered for the Deshaun Watson play where he spun away from the two defenders before finding Taiwan Jones for a big play late. And that game went into overtime, tied at 19 before Kaimi Fairbairn won it with a field goal in the extra session. To throw on 2nd down, Dawson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
So when you saw him dump it off to the back, did you think he was going to pick up the first down there?
Well, I knew one thing. It wasn't his primary target. At least it didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that third down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. Threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the first down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now the try here for the point after. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Clock rolling as we reach quarter. On first down, Dawson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Ford. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Throwing on first down. Dawson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dawson. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
On 2nd down, Betts, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us. Great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. From the gun, Dawson. Harris has it over the middle. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after one. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And again this time to the tailback. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid gain.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close, sneaking.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll start with the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Now, their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Dawson got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of Good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down. Bills.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And that's what I like. To see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Dawson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dawson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Texans 7.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard.
And here comes the Texans now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was tackled.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They're going to look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. That one a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, Betts, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now they go screen. It's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
They'll look to throw now on first down, and that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 22-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake.
It got his man complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And the Bills' first down.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to throw. Dawson. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw again. Dawson. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And that will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Makes the score Bills 20, Texans 14.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Titans out in front in that one. The Titans still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we're off to check out another game, and it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. The Vikings seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Houston set to take over. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the bootleg. Dawson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
1st and 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there. First down.
First down, Buffalo.
Operating from the gun. Dawson over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
10 yards.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lift their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. Sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First down, Buffalo.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guy's now just a 2-point conversion away from tying us up.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. From the gun, Dawson throws right side, and he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken in the end zone, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And they'll begin by running the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I know that play went for no yardage, all right, but I like the attempt because the fullback position, whether it's a fullback, a tight end, an H-back, whoever you want in that spot, not known as a primary pass catcher, so sometimes the element of surprise works in your favor, but on that play, give credit to the defensive guys.
Complete to number 89.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Bills. That's the end of the third quarter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Dawson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field.
Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, Dawson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on 1st down, Dawson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating from the gun. Dawson, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Chalk that up as their 1st sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the 1st half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Texans 28.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first. Communication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But if the assignment gets mixed up, that's the end result.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Gain of 5.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
35-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got a first down as it's... Tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And a give this time to the tailback. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. From 6 yards away. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
And now out come the Bills. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, Dawson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Dawson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dawson, throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a 1st down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ferguson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Number 49.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Number 45.
A great play there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead.
Well, partner, this hasn't been the smoothest day for him, but he certainly picked the right time to get right, as they like to say. How about that for a touchdown?
Boy, he did. I guess they say all's well that ends well. It's not over yet, but you're right. He picked a good time for that first touchdown pass.
Exactly right. Not over yet. The defense is going to have to make it hold up.
They do tack on the extra point as well, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now the Texans down on the scoreboard. 90 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Back to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling. Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory. I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, you know, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one. And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bills, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Houston, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire